Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
Today, on the episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we are going to speak about this idea, this notion of the inner child. Because I've received some questions regarding the inner child and what it means and how it works to heal people. And in some cases, sadly, psychologists do not want to help their patients heal their inner child for some reason. In fact, that was a topic that I received just today on Quora. So let us talk about what is the inner child and why does it matter. What happens is in our youth, we have events that are traumatic, and as such, our subconscious mind creates defense mechanisms at whatever age this thing happened in order to protect us from being hurt in the future. So the inner child is that part of oneself that is running many adults, which shows itself as people who get overly defensive, or maybe they do behaviors that are not the healthiest for them in order to protect themselves from feeling hurt and pain. In some cases, this might be perhaps we had a woman who was sexually abused when she was young. So to not attract any men to do this again, she'll stay very heavy and become what she feels is unattractive to men. What some of these women don't understand is that there's some men out there who love big, beautiful women, so that would not be a detractor. But because of the advertising, etc., from what we see in the media, most men want very skinny, svelte woman. So they work to go against that idea, at least in the Western world. Other ways we might have defense mechanisms go up is creating negative situations with the people in our lives, in terms of creating all kinds of controlling mechanisms, maybe in relationships with our love, because we do not trust the situation, because perhaps there are other people that we trusted in our lives that we found were not trustworthy, so therefore over-controllingness will come in. And the worst of this is when a woman emasculates her boyfriend or husband by treating him as if he's a child, and so doing in front of male teenage children. Not a good thing for the health of the family, for sure. There's nothing wrong with a male being strong, emotionally stable, and in a healthy relationship with their loved one without needing to be emasculated by the woman in their life. It's something I've seen a few times in my practice, so I bring this up as a situation. There's a lot of times when people get really depressed in life. A lot of times I see this with women who are older, who had to take care of their younger siblings from a very early age because their parents were incapable. Maybe there was some drug situation going on, or maybe the mom was depressed, or other things were going on where the parents were emotionally unavailable, so that older child had to take over that burden, and as a result, that person is now feeling like they have to carry the world on their shoulders and is really depressed and frustrated because of it, because they don't have a space in their own life for their own life, because they never knew they had a life to put in their life. And this is, again, just the inner child doing what the inner child learned from a very young age. So it's very important for us to be able to go into a person's past to understand the events that happened there at their younger age, so that the inner child no longer needs to protect the older person in these really negative manners, so they can have healthy relationships, first for themselves and then with the people in their lives. And it works really well, actually, when you're doing it hypnotically. Quite frankly, I've never had one that didn't work, ever, in my entire practice. Of course, we do other things aside from the inner child work, and there's things that we do to de-traumatize the events before I do the inner child work in terms of the way that I do my protocol. However, it is an important aspect of healing, so far as I am concerned, in practice. Because you really don't want a 5-year-old inner self controlling the life of an adult. Not really. So hopefully this helped you to get a better understanding of what an inner child is, why the inner child needs to be healed, and that it can certainly be done pretty easily and effectively. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.